Everybody, this is Steve with Smitty's Fly Box. Today we're going to tie a little dry fly midge called a half hatched. So winter is coming and there should be a few midge hatches going on somewhere. And it can be for some fun winter dry fly fishing. You know, you're out there in the cold but you see some fish nosing. So you want to have a good little pattern to catch them. So this is just one pattern that I like, and we're tying this in our intermediate fly tying box. I'm just trying to mix it up a little bit, throw in a different dry fly, some smaller materials, and challenge you a little bit. So give it a shot. First thing we're doing, this is a size 20. I sent you a couple of sizes of hooks. This is a size 20 hook, and the first thing we're going to do is put in a small trailing shuck. So this is just some brown Zealon, and I'm using a very minimal amount. And we're just going to mount that right on top of the hook right there. And as we tie it down, hold it with my left hand and just try to make a nice even body going back. And this just imitates a little trailing shuck after a midge hatches. It may have a little bit of that larval shuck still stuck. And I'm just going to trim that off like so. Okay, now we're going to take our thread back. So I'm just trying to create a nice even body there. We're going to go about 2/3 up the hook shank, and that's where we're going to do the front part of the hook. So, okay, so for the wing, I'm just taking some poly yarn, and again, a pretty minimal amount. The cord that I sent, you can break it down and just stretch it a little bit to separate those fibers. And again, I'm going to mount that one right up on the top right there like that, and tie down a little base towards the eye of the hook. And I'm also going to add just a little strip of foam there. So out here in Utah, there's a famous midge pattern called a mother shucker that uses just gray foam. So that's kind of where I got this idea, just to, it adds a little visibility and structure to the fly. So I'm just going to lay down a little piece of foam right on top of the yarn. And again, build a little slight tag area there that I can put a little hackle on there. And you know, when you're tying, it's not totally necessary, but I kind of like the look and the flotation of it. All right, now we're going to put just one little strand of peacock. The natural material always helps and adds a little fuzz and underbody and iridescence there to the thorax area, and a very small piece of hackle. So I just prepared that. And we'll secure that in, and that, so I'm just working in that same area. Now the first thing we'll do is we'll take this peacock. All you need is about 2 wraps, 3 wraps. Let's go one more right there. And we'll tie that off over the top away from us. Drop our thread over. Like so. And then I like to make just a couple of turns over that peacock for durability. And now again with our hackle, all I need is about 2 turns. Again, drop our thread over the top away from us and tie that down, and I'm going to trim that off very close like so. Okay, now what we're going to do is pull everything back, and hopefully I've left enough space behind the eye that I can come up under there and make a nice clean whip finish. And we'll trim that off. Now we'll come back and trim down the front. I just like a little tuft out the front, like so. And just a slightly larger wing on the back, like so. And so I can really see that on the water. And what I've got is like a little midge cluster. If you wanted to, this hackle looks pretty good, but if you wanted to trim down the bottom so it sits real low in the water, you could do that as well. And what you've got is just a nice little high visible dry fly that you can fish in those winter midge hatches. So give it a shot, and I hope you enjoy.